Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you my November TBR. October has been a really good reading month for me because I've actually read 3 full-size books and I'm typically way too busy to even finish 2. So I'm hoping to get to all of these books this year, or not this year, this next month, but I don't completely plan on it. So these are the books that I have as options to read for November, the ones I'm most excited for out of my entire TBR shelf. And yeah, let's get into it. Before I say anything about tons of these books, I like going into a book not knowing everything. So I'm going to tell you what I know about these books, but I don't know everything. So if you want a full summary on these, please go to Goodreads or, Google. The first book I have is The Appeal by Janice Hallett, and I'm really excited for this book. I've heard a lot of good things. I've heard that it's kind of like a murder mystery that you as the reader have to try and figure out yourself. It doesn't really tell you 100% what's going on. I know it's like a series, it's like a series of emails and conversations via the characters or the people involved in the murder or whatever is happening. So I'm really excited for this book. It is quite thick, but I think it's going to be a really fast read because they're all just emails. It's not a ton of words on one page, like even this one's teeny tiny. So I think it'll be a fast read. I'm not sure if I'm going to read this one on my Kindle or physical copy yet. I'll probably read it on my Kindle. I'll probably read all these books on my Kindle actually, but yeah, so this is the first book I have, The Appeal. Before I get into the other books, I get a lot of questions from friends and family that are probably watching these videos, what I do with all my books after I read them, because I don't have the biggest bookshelf in the world and I read a ton of books. So for me, I've pretty much went all digital when I read. I check out books from Libby, and if I don't have a book that's on Libby, then I'll just buy it from the Kindle library. Libby is a really awesome app. If you have a really huge library that's near you and you get a library card from there, even a digital library card, you can pretty much find any book, any popular book that you want to read on that app. So my library is pretty big and it has a really nice selection of books. So basically all the books that I own, if they're pretty well known, are on there. So I just get them from the library, read them on my Kindle for free. Whenever I'm done with that, if I do not love the book, which is kind of a rare thing for me to really love a book, then I will just, give them to my mom and she takes them to Half Price Books. She gets like $5 for my 10 books and buys a book for herself. So I don't necessarily keep my books. I like to read them and get rid of them. I just don't have the room. I just don't have the room for all of them, and there's no reason to hold on to something that you just don't really love. So with that out of the way, the next book I have is The Geography of Lost Things by Jessica Brody. I have not heard anything about this book. However, it intrigued me because I am currently converting a minivan into a little tiny home, and I live in it part-time. So I thought a road trip book would be really nice and really fitting for my life right now. This one, I believe, is about a girl whose father passed away and left her a convertible. However, she does not want the car, so she needs to sell it. But she does not know how to drive a stick shift, I believe it is. So she asks her ex-boyfriend if he can drive her where they need to go to sell this car. And along the way, they fall back in love and they find fun things on their way there. And I think it's just a cute little romance book that I'm really excited for. It's just a YA, nothing massive, and I think it'll be an easy read, kind of just fun. Next, I have Payback. Interesting. Payback by Ronald S. Barrick, I think is how you pronounce his name. This book is really interesting because I found it at a little library. I dropped off a book and I think I took two. But I'm really excited to read this one because I think it's going to be really good. It has a lot of damage. I don't know if you can hear that. It's just crunchy. I think something's been spilt on it 1 or 2 times. Something was definitely spilt on this book. But that's okay. I love character. So yeah, this is Payback by Ronald S. Barrick, or Barrick, however you pronounce that. Sorry if I'm butchering it, but I'm really excited to read this one because it is like a serial killer mystery. So basically there's a writers conference going on. It's like Thriller Jubilee. So it's a thriller novel conference, writer conference, like a thing that a bunch of thriller writers go to and they talk, have fun, meet other thriller writers, whatever. It's like a convention. So basically people start going missing and they're like, oh, somebody's killing everybody. So I'm pretty sure this is what this is about, trying to figure out who is killing everyone at this convention. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I got from the back. Next book I have is It's My Life by Stacey Rami. I don't know. Like I said, terrible with names. What drew me to this book, first off, is definitely this cover. I love this cover so much to the point where I'm like, if I hate the book, I'm still keeping. So I absolutely love this cover, and you cannot tell me that it is not beautiful because what? It is gorgeous. However, this book is about a girl who has cerebral palsy, and she figures out that her condition, I don't know if it would be, I guess it would be called a condition. I don't know. Her cerebral palsy is caused by an injury from birth, and she gets really, really angry with her mom, and I think there's a love interest in this book. Yeah, childhood crush. Okay. So I don't know 100% what this book is about either. Fun. But I'm really excited to read it because it's going to be a really fast read. I think these are text messages and these are throughout the entire book. So this will be really, really fast. And I'm really excited to read it because I think that it'll be pretty eye-opening. I personally know people with cerebral palsy, so it would be really nice to get somebody's perspective on the cerebral palsy side of things. So the next book is something that's been trending all over the place, and I'm really excited to read it. I've heard that it's left some people crushed, and I personally have only cried 1 time reading a book, so hopefully it'll get me. But this one is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I'm really excited to read this. I've heard great things. It's all over Book Talk, and you know, everyone's just talking about Colleen and this book and so many of her other books, and I'm ready to read them all. But first I gotta get through my stupid TBR shelf before I add any more. However, I'm really excited to read this book. I don't know anything about it. I have really just taken my view on this as everyone else likes it. So I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna read it because why not? I'm pretty sure it's like a love story, or could be totally wrong. It says something about a relationship back here. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really like reading the summaries of books because I want to go in not knowing what the heck I'm reading, you know? So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I've heard that it's sad. I've heard that it's really good. I've heard so many things about this, and I just cannot wait. I think that I will read this book before any of the other ones just because it's going to be a fast read, and I don't know, it's so sought after. So might as well just start November off with a wonderful Colleen Hoover book. Am I right? I am right. So that is all of my November TBRs, and I really, really hope I get to all of them. And if I do, I will most definitely make a YouTube video talking about every single one of them and why I loved them, why I hated them, why I recommend them, why I don't recommend them. So that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope one of you maybe found a book in here that sounded kind of interesting to you, even though I did not tell you anything about these pretty much. However, I think these look really good and I'm very excited. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure you guys put down your November TBRs in the comments. I really love looking at all the books that you guys are reading, and it gives me more book recommendations. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a good November reading.